This is a mat routine that you can do with your friends, siblings, family, or other care providers. It will take approximately 35 minutes to complete. Before beginning, talk to a member of your healthcare team about setting up a safe environment.
All right, we're going to start with this mat routine by just doing some breathing. So Elisa, how many breaths do you want to do? Between 5 and 8? Okay, and Quinn, can you count when the ball comes in? So we'll take 6 breaths. Take a breath in and out. Belly, breath, lungs, release. One more breath, all the way up to the top of the lungs, and exhale all the way out. And just take a moment to see how a few deep breaths feel. And then we're gonna start this routine actually standing up. So I'm gonna have you stand up. Find your feet hip width apart, like in the number 11, and just feel your feet connect to the mat and connect to the floor. You can bend your knees a little bit. You can maybe lift your 10 toes up, and then plant the feet down like they're rooted into the ground. Then inhale, you're gonna bring your arms all the way overhead, stretch through the upper body. We're lengthening the spine from the tail to the crown, and then go ahead and fold your body. You can bend your knees if that feels good. We're looking for the head to go below the heart. Take 3 nice deep breaths here. And then inhale, arms come all the way up, stretch through the crown of the head, and exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Let's do that one more time. So folding the spine, bringing the head below the heart is calming for the body. Take 3 deep breaths. If you want, you can nod your head yes or no, release any tension in the neck. And then slowly inhale, arms come all the way up, and then bring the hands to the heart. We're gonna do a breath called volcano breath. So the hands stay right where you are. You're gonna inhale, bring the arms overhead, and on the exhale, take them out. Again, inhale. At the top of the breath, hold, and then exhale. And this time, take your hands to your heart, and I want you to think of something that helps you stay strong. We're gonna focus on strength. It could be a person, a place, or a thing. And if you can't think of anything, we'll just say the word in our head, strong. So breathe in. So when the arms come up, you can either say the word strong or think of that person, place, or thing that helps you stay strong. Let's do it one more time. And exhale. So now we're going to do some movements that really help our bodies feel strong. And this is a flow that folds your body in these 6 directions. So you're going to bring your arms up overhead. This is called upward mountain. It tractions and lengthens the spine. And then fold your body down. Here comes that forward fold. Take a few deep breaths here. And then you're going to bend the knees as much as you need to get your right leg to step back with the knee on the floor. And your left leg's gonna come all the way forward, and you wanna look that your knee's right over the ankle. And we're looking to stretch the front part of your right hip. Arms come all the way up. If that feels good, stay here. Otherwise, look up and just stretch all the way up through the spine. Good. You might even say to yourself, I am strong, and feel that strength through the fingers. And then you're gonna place your hands flat on the mat. They're starfish hands. Spread the fingers, and you're gonna turn yourself upside down into downward facing dog. Your feet are hip width apart. And take a nice deep breath here. And then place the knees on the earth, and you're gonna lower your body all the way down to the ground. And then we're gonna come into a cobra pose. Yeah, and the shoulders are away from the ears. So yep, you can go low or you can push up with the arms. And then keep your hands right where they are and turn yourself back upside down into downward facing dog. Downward facing dog is so good for the body because the head goes below the heart. Step your body forward into the forward bend. And then inhale all the way up. And then hands come to the heart. All right, let's do that one more time. Breathing up. Shining that strength through your fingertips. Then fold your body down. Again, the right leg steps back, the knee comes on the floor, the left leg comes forward. You can stay with your arms right here if you like, or you can bring your arms up. Good, and then take the hands down, press them right on the mat and step back into downward facing dog. So the feet are hip width apart, hands are shoulder width apart. Let that breath flow through your body. And one of you, if you want to come into a push-up, you can show a push-up, and the rest of you can put your knees down, and we'll lower all the way down. So put your knees down, we come into cobra. So lower the body all the way down to the mat. And then we lift up through the heart, and then hands stay pressed as you come back into downward facing dog. And I'm going to have Megan just show how we can step the right leg through, and the girls can just place their knees down and you bring your right leg through. So you bring your right leg up to the top of the mat, and then arms come up. So the knees can be down or on the floor. And then lift up with your heart, show me strength. And then release, step your body forward. Take a nice deep breath as you breathe in and out, and then inhale, we come all the way up with your breath. And then whatever word, it could be strength or whatever helps you stay strong, just pull that right into your heart. Good, let's shake that out. Nice. Take your arms up. Now we're gonna do a crescent. We're gonna modify it. We're gonna place our hand on our right wrist, and you're gonna go over to the left. And just stretch that body out. Good, and then come center and go over to the right. Feeling your feet connect to the floor as you lift up. Let's do that one more time. You always want to do poses a few times. The first time your body's like, what the heck are we doing? The second time it's like, oh, let's see if we can stretch a little bit more. Good, and then release, shoulders come up, back, and down. Yeah, inhale. Let's take your arms up. We call this kind of like an eraser pose, and you just fold your body down. So this can be done anytime, just this forward bend turns on our relaxation part of our body, our relaxation system. Inhale, come all the way up, and hands come to the heart. Excellent, let's shake that out. All right, how we doing? We're gonna press down. Now we're gonna come into tree. So you're gonna find your eyes on one point. Let's imagine you have roots growing down through your feet that keep you really connected and strong. Put all your weight on your right foot. And let's just for a moment just kickstand the left foot. And put the hands on the hips. And take a few breaths here. Now if that feels pretty balanced, you can scoot your foot up just below your knee. And then you can have your hands can stay here, they can come to the heart, or they can come up. So see what your body wants to do today. And then let's slowly take the arms down if the arms are up, and take the leg down. Good, and then we'll put the weight all the way on our left. And one thing about balancing is just to find a focal point, find a place to put your eyes. And then see on this side where you want your hands. To the hips, where they were last time is helpful, to the heart or up. And maybe saying to yourself, I am strong, I can do this. And then release. So sometimes it's hard to stand by yourself, and sometimes it's easier when we stand with someone else. So we're gonna press down, and our other hand can go up. We're gonna put our weight on our right foot and see if we can hold each other up. Sometimes that feels easier. Yeah. And then we're gonna switch sides. One side tends to be easier for us. Breathe there. And then release. Good. So that's our first type of balancing pose. Now we're gonna move into a lunge pose. So you're gonna take your right leg back, your left leg forward. I love this pose because it stretches the front part of the hip, and that's the part of the body that gets pulls when we get stressed. So we want to get that part of the body to stretch out. Arms come up. Great. Now you can stay here, or you can bring your hands down, and then you can bring them out, and you can start to put your weight on your left foot. And if you feel imbalanced, you just hold on to each other. So you can actually hold each other up. Breathe there. And then slowly bring that leg back into a lunge. Notice what it feels like to just stand in this lunge alone. Breathe. And then you're gonna step forward, and let's fold our body and just let go. Then slowly come all the way up. Let me see the strength through your fingertips. And remember your word, what keeps you strong, pull that right into your heart. Now let's do the left side. So the left leg comes back, the right leg comes forward. You want to make sure you can see your toes. That knee is right over the ankle. If this feels enough, stay right here. Listen to your body today. Otherwise, you can bring your arms up. Take a nice deep breath in and out. And then bring the arms down, and it's like an airplane. You start putting your weight on your right foot, fly your left leg back. And again, you can go alone, or you can hold each other up. And then the leg comes back into a lunge. Strength right through your fingertips. And then we step forward and go ahead and take a bow. Breathe there, fold the body. And then slowly come all the way up. So those are great balancing poses. So now you can do, we're gonna do dancer, or you can do tree. So for dancer, we bring our right arm out like we're serving on a tray. We bring it straight back, and we reach back and grab our right ankle. Now draw your knees back so they're together, and look at that bottom foot, that it's straight ahead. So put all the weight on the whole part of the foot. Then your left arm can come up, and just like a dancer, we kick back and we reach forward. Kick back and reach, find your focus. And then slowly come down. And it is okay to come out of that pose at any time. So we want to keep breathing. The body, you can see how the body is moving, and it's great. The body's just looking to find its point, so it's fine to move around. Let's push our right foot down. Imagine it has roots like a tree. Lift your left arm up, and then take it straight back and grab the ankle. And then you draw your knees together. Right arm up. And we kick into the hand as we reach. So we're kicking and reaching at the same time. It's okay for the body to shake. Good, and we got some smiles here. That always helps our poses. And then release. And let's take a bow. Inhale up, fold your body down. And take it all the way up. And hands come to your heart. So you get to choose. You're either gonna do tree or another dancer. So if you're gonna do tree, weight comes on the left foot and we lift the right foot. And then if you're doing dancer, arms come up. And we find what balance pose we wanna do. And then slowly come down, shake it off. Sometimes you get really serious in these poses. All right, then put your weight on your right leg and either kickstand your left or left arm comes out. We reach back, we line your knees up, right arm comes up, and we kick into the hand. Breathe there. Notice that your body's wiggling to try to find its center. push down through your foot, and then slowly take the leg down. Let's take a bow. And fold forward. Slowly come up. And hands to your heart. So the cool thing is you could even just say if you're feeling unbalanced, you could just do a few balancing poses. That's kind of nice for the body to practice that. All right, now we're gonna do our superhero series. So we're gonna turn to the side of the mat and we're gonna make a big star. So bring your feet wide as you can, the toes pointing in, and think just like a shining star, just shine through your fingertips. Feel that strength inside. And then place your hands on your hips. You're gonna turn the left foot to the front of the mat so it's facing forward. You're gonna take a breath in and bend that knee. Now you're gonna face me with your hips, so turn towards me. The hands go behind your head, and then we're gonna shine our fingertips and look right out over that left fingertips. Breathe here. And then the forearm comes down, and then you're just gonna stretch all the way over through the side of the body. And then you slide your arm back and you stretch the opposite way. Keep that front knee bent if that feels okay. And then right back to star pose. And then we'll go to superhero on the other side. So take a breath in, bend the knee, gaze right over the fingertips. And then put your arm down and stretch over and breathe. And then reverse. And then slowly come center, turn both hands to the center. If your arms are getting tired, you can just place them down. Turn the toes in. Take one deep breath and shine the strength out through your fingertips. Then turn your left foot to the front. Let's do that again. Bend the knee and look right over your left fingertips. The arm comes down, the opposite arm goes up. And if it feels good, look up to the ceiling and you can feel the body turning. And then we reverse it. Breath in. And you can look down to your foot or up to your fingertips. And then slowly turn both hands in. Let's give our hands a rest. Take a breath here and out. And then to the other side. Sometimes it's nice to put both hands behind you and you can rest your head and then take the fingertips out. Think of one thing that helps you stay strong. Forearm comes down. Otherwise, we just stay in our body strong. And reverse. And then slowly come center. And place the hands on the hips and take a nice breath here. And let's take our feet in. And we're gonna turn to the front of the space, taking your arms all the way up and bring your hands to your heart. Inhale, arms come up. This time we're gonna fold all the way down, so take a breath here. You're gonna place your hands on your mat and you're gonna come all the way down to your belly. So walk the feet back, just come all the way down. You can come into a little cobra here. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna do either one potato, two potato, and rest right between the eyes, or hands are flat. And we're just gonna let our body rest after all those standing poses. Now we're gonna do superhero on our belly. So you're gonna take your hands all the way out so your chin touches the mat. If your lower back is bothering you, you're gonna keep your feet flat on the floor. Otherwise, you're gonna lift your arms and lift the legs so everything is up but your belly. Lift up, look up. So we look up with our eyes, not our neck, and then release all the way down. And go ahead and put one ear down to the mat. And see if you can feel your belly get big when you breathe in. and then the belly goes out. So do some big balloon breaths. See if the whole body can release. And let's do that one more time. Your chin comes to the center. You breathe out and then you lift up like you're flying. Let's turn the palms down. Lift up, lift up, lift your legs up if it feels good. Lift your head up, lift your heart up, lift, lift, lift. Think of somewhere you want to fly to. And then release all the way down. Opposite ear comes down. So the other ear comes down to the mat. Let the whole body rest. And now you're going to place your hands right by the side of your body. Come up into a little bit of a cobra. So place the hands flat on the mat, come into a little cobra. And then we're going to take the body back into child's pose. So you're going to take your body, your two big toes together. You slide all the way back. The knees can go wide. The head goes below the heart. And if your head doesn't touch the mat, you can do the one potato, two potato. Take 3 deep breaths here, breathing in strength. And now we're going to slowly lift our bodies up and transfer our weight to our seat. So you're going to come all the way up and have a seat. And we're going to do a pose that helps us feel strong in our core. It's called boat. So you're going to bring your legs out, knees come together. This is really good for our core. You tip back so you're just on those little sitting bones. And hold it there. If that feels strong enough, stay there. If you want to go up, you can. Both of them are really strong poses. Hold. And then bring your hands up right by your knees. Let's do cat and cow, straightening out and then rounding your spine. And then lift and round. Again, lift and hold the round. Sometimes that feels really good to stretch through the back. Good, and then lift up, draw the feet together, and let's do one more of the boat pose. Feeling the core, hold, and then slowly lift up. You can bring your feet wide and round. And now we're gonna go all the way down to the mat. Bring your arms all the way overhead and give your body a whole big stretch. Go ahead and grab your right wrist and stretch over to the left. Good, and the left over to the right. And then you're gonna bring your hands to the side of your body and we're gonna move into a pose called bridge. So the feet are gonna go flat on the floor. And we do this pose towards the end because our body's now warmed up. We're gonna bring our elbows to touch the mat and the fingertips face up to the ceiling like a robot. So bring your knees a little bit wider like you have maybe a pillow right between the legs. Now arch your back a little bit. And then using the strength of the legs, lift your spine off the mat. So peel your spine up, looking right up at the ceiling. And take a few deep breaths here. And then slowly try to slow down and press one part of the back down at a time. And when you get there, you can touch your knees together and let your arms rest. Just touch the knees like an A. And then we're gonna do it one more time. So the feet are hip width apart, your knees are right over the ankles, the elbows are on the floor, the fingertips are wide, you're looking straight up in the ceiling, keeping the neck straight, and you peel the spine off the mat. And if this feels good, you can stay here. Otherwise, you can take the hands underneath you, interlace the fingers, and lift up a little bit higher. So you're rolling on the insides of your shoulders. You lift the heart up and the chin moves away from the heart, looking up. At any time, you're welcome to come down because you are listening to your body. And then you're gonna let the hands go and roll down one vertebrae, one part of your spine at a time. And then see what your body wants to do. Sometimes our knees want to come in, sometimes our body wants to stretch all the way out. So what does your body want to do? You can hug your knees in, or you can take your legs straight out, arms overhead, and stretch. And now with the knees in, you're gonna slowly place your feet back on the floor. And we're gonna take our hands behind us, just like a goalpost. And just let your arms rest. And then we're gonna gently drop our knees over to the left. And if this feels too much, you can straighten out your left leg. Your head can stay straight, or if it feels good, look the opposite way. Twists are really good for the spine. They help calm our nervous system. They help slow our body down. And then slowly come center. And then drop the knees over to the right, and the head looks opposite. And then you're gonna come center and give yourself a hug with wrapping the arms around. Then we'll bring the legs down and we'll move into a final rest, final relaxation. So the body's done all this work, now it gets to do absolutely nothing. So you can turn the palms up. The eyes can close if that feels comfortable. And just take a moment to notice all the parts of your body that are touching the floor. And then see if you can have that part of the body relax even more. So noticing your head touch, see if the head can rest. See if the shoulders can rest. The arms and the wrists and the fingers. The lower part of your back and your legs, your ankles, and even notice your toes and see if the toes can release. And imagine right now being outside in maybe a beautiful place that you like to be. You're just on the ground looking up at the sky. And when we look up in the sky, we see all these puffy white clouds. Notice sometimes the clouds make shapes or letters. And as you look up in the clouds, you notice a balloon. And the balloon is coming down right to where you are. And as it gets closer, you notice it's got a little box. And it lands right in your hand. And you open up that box. And in that box is a little surprise. See what's in there. And then gently, if you'd like, you can place one hand on your heart and one hand on your belly. And sometimes just doing this helps the body just rest even more. And if you like the word strong, maybe you can breathe that in, or if there's something that helps you stay strong, maybe you can breathe that in. Just take a moment to breathe in a word that feels good for you today. And then gently place both hands on top of your heart. And imagine all of you sitting right where you are together. Coming into a little bit of a gratitude, appreciation for the people that you're practicing with today. And then gently take the hands down. Feel your toes. Maybe brush your thumb against your fingers. Just feel your hands. If it's comfortable, release your head. You can release the neck. And then just figure out where your right arm is. You might need to roll over a little bit, but you're gonna just roll onto your right side like you're curled up like a little baby, just kind of curled up. You let your head rest on your right arm, your knees draw in. So we end our practice laying down and then we turn over, and this is called like a fetal position, like a new beginning. And so we use the strength of our arms, the strength of our body to lift ourselves up into a seated position. And if you want, you can just sit in a little circle. All right, so we'll end this routine with breathing. So how many breaths do you want to take? Breathing in the strength of the body and breathing out. And as we finish up our last few breaths, thinking about something we appreciate, we're grateful for with each other.